someone will hire you to help build theirs. When you know how to protect your family financially, when you take control of your money, when you're enabled to succeed, an amazing thing happens. Dreams are all you want to talk about. If you still have dreams, start here.
Hello, hello, hello. Who has dreams? Hello, hello, hello. Who has dreams? OMG. How's everyone doing today on this Monday, August 24th, 7 p.m.? It's your girl, Odetta. I am super pumped, excited, could not wait for this moment to share with you this amazing opportunity. So my name is Odetta. For those of you who may or may not know, I am a senior marketing director with World Financial Group. I started with us here about 3 years ago, not really knowing much about finance except for I love stacking my coins, right? If you follow me on social media, you hear me talk a lot about stacking coins. What do I mean by that? Just being really on top of your money, saving your money, investing and growing. But guess what? 3 years ago, even though I was saving my money, at the time I had about over 100,000 that I had saved up, because I'm somebody, I love to see my stock coins. I love to see it stacked, right? I was saving, I had the job, I was doing the 401k, I had the Roth IRA, like I'm saving. But guess what? My money was not really growing for me. So as a professor, a colleague of mine invited me to a workshop, and I said, you know what? I love learning about money. I'm great with saving my money, so what do I have to lose? I attended a workshop at Mercy College. And boy, before I even got to that workshop, let me just say, they introduced me to a book called Saving Your Future. And I have a copy of that book right here, Saving Your Future, right? So I signed up, I read this book, I signed up for, at the time, it was not a webinar, I signed up for the workshop to go to this Mercy College event. But prior to going there, I read this book, Saving Your Future. Just the title alone got me. I ravished that book in like less than 24 hours, and I could not wait to go to that workshop. When I got to the workshop, I was already like, oh my God, there's so much I do not know. Like, here I am, a professor, corporate hotel exec, making 6 figures, saving my money, doing the 401k, doing the IRA, and I thought I was doing fabulous. But guess what? My money was not doing fabulous. I was losing money when the stock market went down. I was not putting my money in place. Like, there were so many things I was clueless about. And here I am being an avid saver. So fast forward to today, I am on a mission. I am on a crazy campaign with this organization to educate families like you and me, because so many of us are working for money, but we are not putting our money to work for us. And so what we are doing is building a new industry. We are bringing Wall Street to the main street with this information, right? That's what we're doing. We're bringing Wall Street to Main Street. And so let's talk about financial education, because guess what, guys? There's only 5 states in the entire country that mandates financial education. And none of them are major states. It's not California. It's not New York. It's not Georgia. It's not Florida. It's none of the major states. And so we are not financially educated. But isn't it ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, especially me being here in New York City, which is like the capital of the world, and yet still we have so many money problems, right? So let's talk about the 2 types of families that they are today. And ask yourself, where do you fit in? Family A is 95% of middle America. These are people, right, who half of their expense is going to living expense. That's your rent, that's your utilities, that's your bills, your food, your light, your water, whatever, your living expense, right? Half of your paycheck is going there. Quarter of your paycheck is going to taxes. Because who is educating us about taxes? No one is. Not even the tax professional are educating us. They just do our taxes, right? And then you have another quarter of your paycheck that's going to debt. And holy moly, I see this firsthand. Being a professor, year one, my students are already in debt. Who is educating us about debt? Who is educating us about these financial concepts, right? No one is. And so as a result, we have a retirement crisis. We have an education crisis. And we sure do have a spending crisis, because I know and you know that we're all spending more than we make. And guess what? The sad part is reality is that these are not things that we plan. We're not planning to retire poor or broke. We're not planning to have, huge student debt or kids being bankrupt by the time they even finish with college and having to pay back their entire first couple of years paying a debt, right? And so debts become a way of living. But now let's look at family B, because I don't know about you, but I want to know what the 5% is doing. I want to know what the rich people are doing. I want to study their financial habits. And you know what we've come to find out? The family B, which is 5% of wealthy America, they understand certain financial concepts. And even if they don't understand it, they have access to people who can manage their finance and show them ways to save, grow, and protect. So, yes, half of their expense are going to living expense. But guess what? The chart now changes. A third of it is going to taxes, because they understand how to minimize their taxes legally. And then they're also saving money. And then they're also managing their debt. If they're going to have a debt, you better believe it's an income producing asset debt, right? And so because they're doing things a little different with their finances, paying themselves first, saving properly in the correct vehicles for retirement, saving in the proper vehicles for their children's education and proper protection, they are set up to be better. Because you know what? Most people don't plan to fail. They just fail to plan. But if we don't even know, how can we even plan properly, right? And so I want to share with you guys some financial concepts that are powerful. Some financial concepts that if you grab these concepts and you apply them to your money, you are set up to win the money game. Because you know what? Money is a game. And if you don't know the rules, you can't play to win. Okay? So let's talk about your spending habit. Spending is a habit, and so is saving. So number one, we got to change our mindset when it comes to spending money. No, it's not just $5. No, it's not just $10. Because that same 5 and 10, if you know where to put it, it could stack you a lot of coins, right? So what if you could make small changes? Prior to me coming on board and becoming financially educated, I used to say, oh, it's only $5. Oh, it's only $10. Oh, it's just $1. No, it's not. Because those little 5 and 10 adds up over the length of time. Let's take, for example, someone saving $300 a month, which is about $10 a day, right? $300 a month. If you know where to save it, earning about 8%, within a 30-year time span, you're looking at almost $500,000. But what if now you have a solid partner, or maybe you're in a position and you can make more than $300, and let's say you're saving $600, and maybe it's a husband and a wife and they have kids, or a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or I don't know, you, your mom, I don't know, and you guys are both saving $600 per month. Guys, in 30 years at an 8% growth, you're looking at almost $1 million. Almost $1 million. Being in this industry, helping families with their finance, I have yet to see someone has almost $1 million and anywhere in any account, and they've been saving for over 30 years. So imagine if they knew this information, how that would change their financial future, how that could change your legacy. Because you know what? It's not what you earn that counts, but it's what you keep. And I'm going to throw a caveat in there. It's not what you keep only, but it's where you're keeping that money, right? Where you're keeping it. So a common characteristic among wealthy people is that they are very conscientious about their spending. They can afford it, so yes, they have bigger budgets, but they're very conscientious about how they're spending their money. So let's talk about 3 rules of money. My favorite uncle, yes, I have so many of them. One of my favorite uncle, which is called Albert Einstein. You guys can Google him. He is a genius, and he came up with something called compound interest. What is compound interest? It is a magic formula that tells you how many years your money is going to take to double. Simply take 72 and divide it by the rate of return, whatever that interest is. So if you're borrowing money, what's the interest? If you're lending money, what's the interest? And divide it by 72, and that will give you the number of years your money is going to take to double. Okay? So let's look at this more in depth. The rule of 72. Let's say you have your money earning 4%. 72 divided by 4 is 18 years. Not bad, but hey, if you know better, you want to do better. Now, ask yourself, what's the number one place that most of us are saving our money? The bank. 100%, we all have a bank account, and we're all saving money in a bank account. What's the average interest at the bank? I did the math, and I'll tell you, 0.01 to 5 point. It's still not even a whole percentage. But let's do, for easy math, 1%. 72 divided by 1% is 72 years. Guys, when I understood this concept, holy moly, I was gonna be broke. I was gonna be broke, and my kids are gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke, and your kids are going to be broke. If you put all your eggs in one basket and you apply this rule, 72 divided by 1% is 72 years. Many of us don't have 72 years. So this is why, number one, we see people set up to fail the money game. This is why we see some people are going to retire poor. This is why we see some people will not pass down generational wealth. All because they don't know this information. Right? So 72 divided by 4% is 18 years. So let's say you have your money sitting anywhere at a 4%. 18 years, you have $10,000. In 18 years, your money doubles to 20. I don't know about you guys, but I've been in America over 20 something years. And had I known this when I first came to America, or had my parents know this when they first came to America, holy moly, I would have had a lot more coins, okay? Right? So your 10,000 is going to double in 18 years to 20,000. Another 18 years is going to double to 40,000. Now, can you retire on 40,000? No. Not even if you're in the boondocks of different parts of the country. Now, let's look at it 8%. You put your money anywhere earning 8%. 72 divided by 8 is 9 years. Now, every 9 years, your money is doubling a little better, right? Now, in 36 years, you have 160,000. Still not enough to retire you. Let's look at 12%. Now it's doubling every 6 years. And in 36 years, you have 640,000. But guess what? This is happening every day, and people don't even know it. You put your money in the bank earning 1%, the bank is going to give you 1%. And the bank is going to take you and I money, and they know exactly where to go put it to earn 12, 13, 14, 15, and all those higher interests. And if they're doing 12%, they're going to end up having 640,000 and they barely give us 1%. You want to know where the term bank robbery came from? This is it. Now, the sad part about this is if you know this information, you're going to be okay. And if you don't know it, you're going to be doomed. So this is why we're on a massive campaign for financial education. Now, what if you were putting your money somewhere where now you had to pay an interest, your credit card, your student loan? This is why some people are going to be in debt for such a long time. It used to baffle me. How could you be in debt for 5 years, 10 years, 12 years? When I understood the rule of 72, it clicked. You might be paying whatever your fee is, or you might be paying whatever your monthly statement says, but if you don't know this, you're barely even paying the interest. And so you're not going to be debt free anytime soon. So I challenge you guys, pay attention to this number one rule, compound interest. If you're lending money, apply it. And if you're borrowing money, hey, definitely apply it. Because you know what? Knowledge is power, yes, but not unless it is applied. So I could teach you guys these concepts, but if you don't apply it, if you don't apply it to your student loan, if you don't apply it to your credit card, you're still going to be the same place. The second money rule is understanding taxation. Another one of my favorite uncle, Benjamin, Franklin Benjamin, said, nothing is certain in this world except for debt and taxes. We cannot escape it. We're going to die at some point, and I'm okay with that. I never used to be okay with it, but now I'm okay with it. And you know what I tell people? I want to die rich, okay? Leave a lot of money for my kids and grandkids. So the other thing that we can't escape from is taxes. But guess what? We can learn ways to minimize taxes. And so there's 3 tax vehicles. You have tax now, which is your checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual. When you put your money in these accounts, as you can see, those of you that are on the webinar, it is shaded. And the longer you keep your money here, the bigger the taxes you will pay. On top of it, you make money, they tax you right away. Your money's not even getting a chance to breathe. You make money this year, you get taxed this year, right? And then you have tax later, which is where a lot of my clients get such a high of telling me, I got my 401k, oh, that I am good. I got my 403b, I got my pension, and they're super happy with these things, but they have no idea of the consequences with tax later account. So let's talk about your tax later account. If you have a 401k, you have a 403b, you have an IRA, a SEP IRA, annuity or pension. Guys, you guys are blindsided. You were set up. You are set up to pay the most taxes. Because let me ask you this question. Do you think taxes are going to go up or down in the next 15, 20, 30 years? Will taxes go up or will it go down? Obviously, it's going to go up. It has to go up. The country's in a national deficit. The country is just printing money like they're stupid because of COVID and everything else trying to bail us out. We're going to pay for it in taxes. So taxes has to go up. And guess what? Because it's going to go up, we're going to feel it in taxes. So for everyone who loves to tell me about their wonderful 401k and their wonderful 403b, you guys are going to be paying the most taxes. Whenever that is, you're delaying the problem. You just don't know. You're delaying the problem. And then we have tax advantage, which is where the 1%, which is where the 5% want to be. Now, these people are literally set up to pay the least amount of taxes because they know this information. That's your Roth IRA, That's your 529 college saving. That's your executive bonus, your long-term care, and cash value life insurance. Now, on these kind of accounts, you pay the tax today. So you don't have to worry about the future and any implication of paying a lot of taxes because your money is going to grow. And if your money is going to grow, you want to minimize paying a lot of taxes to our favorite uncle, IRS, Uncle Sam, who we've never met, but he's always around. So where you put your money matters. And now let's talk about the third rule of money, which is understanding investment options. First of all, most people don't even understand investment. They just don't. They're just signing up for stuff and putting their money in stuff that they have no clue how it really works. So there's three types of investment. You have fixed accounts, which are typically bank products. When you put your money in these type of accounts, it is safe, but it is not growing much. And as one of my colleagues, Aaron, says, it is safely losing money. You are safely losing money in a fixed strategy. You're actually stunting your money from growing. It is safe, but it's not going to grow much. Then you have variables account, which now you have the ups and downs, the ebbs and the flow with the stock market. So yes, you can have a lot of growth, but guess what? You can still be broke because there is absolutely no safety. And in fact, I want you guys to Google the word variable. Variable means unpredictable, unreliable, and unstable. Why do we want to put our hard-earned money in an unreliable, unpredictable, and unstable account? Simple. No one ever sat with us. No one ever educated us on those type of accounts. And then the third place that you can put your money in are index accounts, which are typically insurance products, insurance companies. Because you know what? Insurance companies have figured it out. They realized in 2008 when the stock market crashed and when people lost thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars in their 401k, 403b, and whatever else variable vehicles they had, they were devastated. Imagine if you guys were expected to retire this year and you had $500,000 in your 401k. You lost. You no longer have $500,000 in your 401k. You already lost. And what if you don't have time? What if you were expecting to retire this year? You don't have another 5, 10, 15 years to recoup and rebound. You lost, right? So index strategies have a safety component. You are guaranteed, and I need you guys to write the word guarantee. You are guaranteed never to lose a penny. And also your money is growing, right? So how would you like to know more about growing your money? How would you like to know more about financial concepts and strategies to keep your money safe? Get in touch with a person who invited you on this webinar, and they will do what we call a free financial assessment to help you with some of these strategies. Because you know what? Not because you don't know about it, it's not available. That's why the rich get richer, because they have this information and the mass does not. So what we do here is we offer a plethora of free financial education, because you know what? There's something called a cornerstone to your financial house. Your money has to grow. First of all, most of us are not set up or positioned to grow our money because it's sitting in the bank. Your money has to be safe. Our money is not set up to be safe, not in a variable account. It is not safe. But what about taxes? Is your money tax sheltered? Tax advantage? Who is telling us about these things? And most importantly, protection. Protection on your life, protection on your health, protection on your money. You want to protect your money. Now, someone said to me, Odetta, I ain't got no money, so I ain't got to protect nothing. Well, you sure have your life. You sure have your health. Don't you want to protect your life and your health, right? And so we offer a plethora of different financial workshops, how to increase your cash flow, because I don't care how much money I make, I'm always going to look for multiple streams of income. I don't care if you're a millionaire, and in fact, millionaires are always looking to make more money. So we've got to learn ways to increase our cash flow and manage our expense. What about college planning? How many of you have kids? I don't have any kids, but I have my nieces and nephews, and I sure don't want them to be buried in student loan. So if you have kids, we offer workshops to help you guys understand how to really properly plan for your kids so they're not coming out with student loan debt. Setting up an emergency fund. You know, we've been in this pandemic almost 6 months now. Who knew this was going to come? How many of us were prepared for it? Statistics shows not a lot. If nothing else, this pandemic has taught us we have got to have our emergency fund in order. So setting up your emergency fund is a big deal, right? And outpacing inflation. These are all things that we teach in our workshop. Proper protections. There's so many different types of life insurance. And when I sit with clients, they only know term and whole, nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. And those products that they have, they don't even know the pros and cons. So here we're going to teach you about all the different types of life insurance, pros and cons, and what's best for you to help your family's wealth. And building wealth, you know, understanding your 401ks, your annuity, your pensions, all of these things that you have for yourself. How is it really going to work in the end when you need it the most? When you're older, you're tired working, you just want to start cashing out. And last but not least, preserving wealth. Because you know what? When you stack all these coins, you want to make sure that you know exactly what to do to pay the least amount of taxes and to pass it down to the right people that you want to give it to, and not what the government says, right? So make sure that you guys get in touch with the person who invited you in this webinar. Those of you that are on social media watching, get in touch with me, obviously, and let's show you how to pull it all together. The workshops, like I said, we mentioned increasing cash flow, managing your debt, establishing a strong financial foundation. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but how many of you knows what it takes to have a solid financial foundation? I didn't know. All I knew I was saving money, right? I never had life insurance. I'm like, I got my burial money. I'm good. Duh, I'm not good. It's more than burial money. Single people don't buy life insurance for burial money. Far from the truth, right? But if we're not educated about these financial concepts, we wouldn't know what to do, right? Building wealth, asset accumulation, retirement planning, which is such a major piece, because 8 out of 10 people are going to retire broke. This is why we see people, old people, having to go back out into the workforce or work in a couple of hours. No, when I retire, I want to retire, okay? Now, unless I really like working, then yes, but you should not have to go back out to work because your lack of funding. If you just want to work for working's sake, that's fine. But that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing old people are forced to go back out into the workforce, even if on a part-time, because they did not prepare properly. And it's not their fault. No one taught them. And then last but not least, like I said, wealth preservation. So we hold these workshops every Saturday on different topics, which is life-changing information you definitely want to learn. You know why we're doing what we're doing? Timing is everything, guys. You guys that are on this call right now, you are so fortunate to learn this information, because timing is absolutely everything. We are in the major transformation right now where tons of wealth is going to pass from one generation to the next. And statistics shows they are not prepared. Now, 78 million people were born during the World War II, 1946 to 1964. And history shows that companies who took advantage of this baby boomer generation, every step of the way, they stacked up. 1946, when these baby boomers were born, Gerber was the first company that took advantage of this. They realized, oh my God, we got all these influx of babies. Now, what are we gonna do? Let's make some Gerber baby food. Now, the kids have been growing. Mattel jumped on the bandwagon and decided to make toys because they gotta play with toys. We love toys. McDonald's came on the scene too and started making the Happy Meal. Oh my God, don't you guys love the Arch McDonald Happy Meal with the toys and the fries and the burgers and having the playground? And all along the way, we see it. As they started growing and they needed to drive, Ford made cars for them. As they graduated and got out of school and ready to start their life and buy a home, the real estate boom took over. Now these baby boomers, they're at the latter phase of their life. They're older, they've retired, some of them are retiring, and at present, they're going to transfer all of this wealth to the next generation, the millennials, the Gen X. But you know what's the sad part? They don't know how to pass this money down the right way. And more importantly, their kids and grandkids who are about to inherit this money have no financial education. 55, nearly half of all existing financial advisors are over the age of 55. So there's going to be a huge gap, which is a huge opportunity for us to step in and help these people. Because nearly a third will retire in the next decade, and we are positioning ourselves, the financial industry, to deal with this shortfall come 2020, come 2030, and help transfer this wealth. Help our grandparents move this money to whoever they want to give it to. So we're in the right place at the right time with the right company. And if you've been saying to yourself, you know what? I'm looking for ways to earn more money. This is the opportunity for you. Who are we? Our company is called Aegon. Aegon has been around for over 176 years. They're based in the Netherlands. And they wanted to make a presence in the US, and they created a company called Transamerica, which is based in San Francisco. Now, Transamerica also have WFG. And WFG is the education and the marketing division that we're under. So as you can see, let's look at some numbers. Who our company is as a whole. Numbers don't lie. And these numbers, by the way, were prior to COVID. 42,000 plus life agents are with us. 42,000. That's a lot of people. And in fact, like I said, that's prior to COVID. We have 4.2 million families that we've helped since 2001. And these numbers are not even reflected 2020. We've increased our sales in business by 7.34. And guess what? The crazy part with COVID, it has even skyrocketed because so many people has died. So many people has lost their job. So many people will continue to lose their job. I just spoke to a client today and they told me that their hours are going to be cut in. So even for the folks that are working, some of them might still be let go come this fall, or their hours might be decreased come this fall. And we have 94, in fact it's 96, but for this slide it says 94, but like I said, the numbers have not been updated. 94 entrepreneurs earning at least $1 million. Listen, I've been in the hotel corporate world and I have yet to see a corporate exec making $1 million. And even if they made it, that's $1 million that they have to pay tax on. When you are an entrepreneur, when you are a boss, when you are a business owner, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to taxes, right? So 94 entrepreneurs making over $1 million. Ask yourself, where are you working right now? How many people are even making $1 million? $1 million. Where are you working, right? Now, our home office is based in Georgia. We have about 259 employees that does all the back office support for us. And we have 77 different product providers. Let's talk about the product providers. We have choices. Think of us as the Amazon for the financial service. We don't own any products. We work with top tier rated companies that have been around for centuries. Companies like Franklin Templeton, companies like Transamerica, companies like Everest, which is the only funeral concierge service in the entire country. Companies like Nationwide, you already know, you heard the jingle, they're on our side, right? AMS Financial Solution, Prudential, Pacific, Crum. Oh my God, 77 different companies. We couldn't put them all on this slide. Why is that a big deal? Because when I sit with a family and when I educate a family, I have choices. I have different companies and products that I could help that family and meet that family need, as opposed to if you're going to Morgan Stanley, a JP Morgan Chase, a Citibank, or whoever, they can only give you what they have available in their product suite. But when you come to someone like us, which is the financial service for the, like an Amazon financial service, now you're gonna get everything. So let's talk about making money, right? How do we make money? A couple of different ways. You can make money with your personal income or your personal pen, as we like to say. That's you just coming in, helping a family with their finances and opening accounts to meet their financial needs. Personal income, right? If you choose to grow and expand to different cities and states, you could have agency income. Then you have expansion income anywhere in North America. And as you go higher up and you're a leader, we have bonus income. Now you're leading a team. And there's also recurring income. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I did a lot of stuff in my corporate world and there was nothing recurring. So I'm very happy with anything recurring, okay? There's recurring passive income. So there's a couple of different ways for you guys to stack your coin with this opportunity. You can learn and earn. I did not know a lot of these concepts. I graduated from NYU, never once took a financial class, never learned what to do with my paycheck. Here, I get to learn and I get to earn, and that can be you as well. So let's talk about the compensation. If you qualify, when someone starts with us, they're at a 30% entry level. 30% of what? 30% of whatever you help that client save. Guys, I can't believe it. We get paid to help people save money. It's that simple. When I was in the hotel industry, I was getting paid to make people spend more money. Some of them would book the best hotel that they can't even afford. I don't care. I'm asking you for your credit card and I'm swiping it. The suite is $499. The suite is $2,000. I don't care. Now I get to educate families and show them ways to save money. The more money I help a family save, the more money I get to make. So let's say you help a family save $3,000 a year. Not a lot of money. $3,000 a year is not a lot of money. The company, depending on which company you choose, will pay you about $900 per account. That's your entry level. Listen, how long is it taking you to make $900? As a rookie, a first starter, maybe 2-3 hours. But that's the entry level. It could only go up, right? Now let's say 30 days after into the business, you're hands-on, you get an experience, you're an associate. 45%. Now for that same work, saving a family $3,000 per year, you make $1,350 per account. Good money, right? How many of you have to work how many hours to make $1,350? Ask yourself, how long does it take you at your job to make $1,350? As a professor, I make $100 per hour. And when this opportunity was presented to me and I saw the compensation, immediately I started having an attitude in my university. I'm like, I don't need this. This is like chump change. Like, why am like at first I thought I was great because I'm making $100, and then I come over here and I'm seeing, wait, in 2-3 hours I could make $13.50. I had an attitude with the dean. I had an attitude with the faculty. I had an attitude with the student. I had an attitude with everybody because now I'm like, I'm dropping coins, right? But the point that I'm trying to make here is that you can make a lot of money helping families with their finances. Now, let's say you move up to a marketing director, which is a junior broker, saving that same family $3,000, you make $1,860. And a senior marketing director, which is where I am, you can make about $2,400. But what if that family can save more money? The more money they save, the more money you make. The average senior marketing director in our company makes about anywhere between $86,000 to $1 million. Anywhere in between. Do you have a problem with making anywhere between $86,000 and $1 million? Or better yet, can you ever make $1 million at your job? Think about that. You wouldn't be free until you're financially free. So let's talk about our amazing leadership team. None other than my mentor, someone that I get to work with very close with, Jonathan Marion. He was just 18 years old when he started with this company. Today, he makes $1 million. And someone like him is leading us to also make that kind of money in a shorter time span. Because guess what? Today, technology is making everything fly. We don't need to take 10 years to make $1 million. We don't even need to take 5 years to make $1 million because of technology and having leaders like him. Some of these people that you're seeing, none of them came from a financial background. Oh my God, take a look at Edward, a hairstylist killing it. Then you have Andrea and Rory, who were in the entertainment field, made a lot of money. But guess what? No financial education. And we've left a spot for you right here. So your picture can be on this poster in the near future. And you can control your future, because being at a job is not controlling your future. You wake up tomorrow and you go to work and they may tell you, hey, things are not that great. We have to cut your hours. Or things are not that great. We have to close up shop. You are not in control of your future. In fact, your paycheck is dictating your future, because it's going to dictate where you go on vacation, how much you spend on that apartment to rent or buy a house, where school your kids are going to go to, and so much more. So we've got to be free. And we also have world-class recognition. Because of this platform, I was able to, attend life-changing events, meet, some people that I would have never, ever met under normal circumstances in my realm. Magic Johnson, oh my God. Eric Thomas, oh my God. Like, these are all people I see on social media. Now I could actually say I've been in the same room. I've spoken to them. I've shaken their hands, oh my God. Like, so many people that you see, but now you're in their close proximity. You're learning at a higher level from them. Amazing, amazing. So life is all about choices, guys. What would your future look like in the next 5 to 10 years? I have not been doing this for 5 years. And this opportunity has changed my world from night to day. You could decide, you know what? Odetta, this sounds great. And here are your options. You can save your future. You could come here and learn how money works. You could get a free financial assessment to know what's going on. Let us create a dream plan for you. You can make extra income on a referral basis. You can learn how to build your future. I never thought I would be an entrepreneur, certainly not in the financial industry, and now I am killing it, right? And I get to say that. And so can you. You'll be able to say that as well. You can be part of something big. We have a proven system that's set up for success. You come in, You learn, no experience necessary. We'll train you. You'll follow the system. We'll help you get your credentials and license. And you could be something big, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your kids, for people that are looking up to you. Bill Gates said if you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it sure is your mistake, because you've been given the opportunity to make a difference, to make a change in your life. You've been given the opportunity. And if you don't take it, it's on you. And today, I'm telling you guys that you have an opportunity to change the course. The next quarter, or the last quarter that we're embarking on, 2020 might have sucked, but you get a chance to right it right. You get a chance to dictate how you want to end your 2020. You want to end it with a bang. You want to end it making more money. You want to have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a sure do wonderful Christmas. You get a chance. So what will it be? What will it be? This is your opportunity. Now I'm going to launch a poll, and you guys get to pick, what do you want to do? Do you want to get a free financial assessment review to know what's going on with your money? Are you interested in a part-time position with us? Or both? I'm going to be honest with you. Not a lot of you are going to qualify. Not a lot of you are going to qualify, because we are looking not for everybody, but we are looking for that one. We are looking for that one individual who is hungry, who wants to make a change for themselves or their family. But I think we can all agree that everybody needs financial education. Everybody needs to know what to do with their money, how to save their money smart, how to minimize taxes, and how to save for their kids and themselves, their retirement. No more being retired broke and having to go back out to work. No more our kids like being bogged down with student loan. This is an opportunity for you guys to learn this info, help yourself, and for the right person, qualify and on board with us to go out and help massive family, because there is such a huge need for what we do today. Everybody needs financial education. Even the rich people. The only difference with them is that they may have access to people to do it for them. But guess what? You could be that person that's going to do it for them. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the poll up. Please go ahead and make your choice. And last but not least, immediately once we hang up, get in touch with the person who invited you. Set up a one-on-one so we can help you. Shout out to you guys that are on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure when we end this live, you guys are getting in touch with us again to help you with your finances. It's your girl Odetta coming to you guys live from New York City, where it's a city that never sleeps, and there's so many people out here that needs what we have to offer. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. If you know someone who needed to hear this information, make sure you register them. Again, just get to the person. They'll know exactly what to do. Thank you guys so much, and make it a great day.